More than 35 Texas civil rights and community groups gathered at the steps of the state capitol today. Leaders sent a call to the Senate to block David Whitley's nomination for Secretary of State.
This requires, at the top of that organization, somebody who is competent, somebody who is even-handed, somebody who is paying attention to the details of what they are doing. Very unfortunately, David Whitley has already proved that he is none of those things.
Our Phil Prazen has been following these developments. He joins us now. Phil, backlash against Whitley all began with an email.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, all the media received a press release from Secretary of State Whitley's office that says they have found 95,000 non-citizens registered to vote in Texas. Of course, that got a lot of news coverage. He referred that list to the Texas Attorney General for investigations, and that could be prosecutions for felonies possibly. And then as the days went on, county officials who actually run our local elections said, wait, there are citizens on this list, really two types. One that have been become recent citizens through naturalization process, and then another one that seems to just be kind of a data error by DPS through the motor voter program. They just incorrectly lump those people in with this people, so everybody's saying, hold on, this looks more like you purposely trying to get these people off the rolls. The Secretary of State Whitley denies that, but the critics are coming out saying this is voter suppression.
And so we call him Secretary of State Whitley, but he, as we've said, has not been confirmed yet. So what happens if they block that confirmation?
So right now, the governor appoints a Secretary of State. When the legislature comes, that Secretary of State must be confirmed by 2/3 of the members in the Senate. In the past, it's been very easy process, but see, this happened right before lawmakers came to town. The media is talking about it. The lawmakers' attention is on that issue. And so now all of a sudden you have 12 Democrats that are saying we are not going to vote on them. There have been at least 6 today who have said they're hard nosed on voting to confirm Secretary of State Whitley. And these groups are now just trying to convince the others to go public and say, no, we're waiting to see what happens. But right now it's just kind of stalled.
Does this happen very often?
It does not happen very often. The last two Secretary of States, Rolando Pablos and Carlos Cascos, were appointed early or close to a legislative session, and he flew by both times. You know, bipartisan support. This is usually not a hyper-partisan position. This time it is.
All right, we'll have to stay tuned and see how it shakes out. Phil, thank you. And we have done some digging. Here's where several counties in central Texas stand as they review names on the list provided by the Secretary of State's office. Williamson County says it's cleared about half of the more than 2,000 names on its original list. Travis County says its original list of 4,500 names has been whittled down to under 2,700 voters still in question. Hays County says it's eliminated 122 of the 372 names on its list. Election officials tell us it's a slow process because counties are having a hard time finding statewide information on naturalization ceremonies.